Today is Sunday, January 4th, 2026, and this is Read Through the Bible.
You got to get used to the 26 as opposed to 25.
Yeah, we might slip sometime.
We will slip sometime, and you'll probably
try to catch
us.
it. But
Yeah. Okay, so we're weekend edition. We're in the Psalms, and we were Psalm 73 yesterday, and we are Psalm 74 today. Mm-hmm. And, one of the things we were talking about beforehand is that I was really struck in the first, 20 Psalms or so. There's often a verbal linkage between the Psalm previous and the next Psalm. And we see that here. Like, remember yesterday we talked about Psalm 73, verse 17, until I went into the sanctuary of God, then I saw their end.
That's where he got his perspective realigned.
Yep. And now in 74, we're going to see the sanctuary destroyed in verse 3 and in verse 7. And so what this means is after the Babylonians came and destroyed Jerusalem and took away many of those of Judah.
Which we read about at the end of 2 Kings, if you were with us for that.
Yep, that's right where this goes, right in terms of the history. The sanctuary's gone, the city has been licked up like a dish, and it is all gone.
Burned, destroyed.
And so this is a psalm of Asaph who's really in despair, and yet wondering why God has allowed these things. There's no longer a place of worship. There's no longer a prophet. Verse 9, it speaks about that. But then just pleading, like in verse 20, have regard for the covenant. Verse 22, arise, O God, defend your cause. And just pleading that God would rise up and restore the nation.
And remember them.
Yes, feels forgotten. And we see that in the very first verse. There we go.
Okay. Verse 1. O God, why do you cast us off forever? Why does your anger smoke against the sheep of your pasture? Remember your congregation, which you have purchased of old, which you have redeemed to be the tribe of your heritage. Remember Mount Zion, where you have dwelt. Direct your steps to the perpetual ruins. The enemy has destroyed everything in the sanctuary.
Yeah, you talked about just remembering.
Yeah, remember us. Remember us. We're your covenant people.
Yeah.
They feel forgotten.
Yes, for sure. Your foes have roared in the midst of your meeting place. They set up their own signs for signs. They were like those who swing axes in a forest of trees, and all its carved wood they broke down with hatchets and hammers. They set your sanctuary on fire. They profane the dwelling place of your name, bringing it down to the ground.
That's what Nebuchadnezzar and the Babylonians did to Jerusalem.
And we read that, 2 Kings 25. They said to themselves, we will utterly subdue them. They burned all the meeting places of God in the land.
We do not see our signs. There is no longer any prophet, and there is none among us who knows how long. How long, O God, is the foe to scoff? Is the enemy to revile your name forever? Why do you hold back your hand, your right hand? Take it from the fold of your garment and destroy them. Yet, God my King is from of old. So now they are remembering God.
Yep, this is sort of the turn. That's good. I like that. God, remember us. We remember you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yet God my King is from of old, working salvation in the midst of the earth. Here they are remembering. You divided the sea by your might. You broke the heads of the sea monsters on the waters. You crushed the heads of Leviathan. You gave him as food for the creatures of the wilderness. You split open springs and brooks. You dried up ever-flowing streams. Yours is the day, yours also the night. You have established the heavenly lights and the sun. You have fixed all the boundaries of the earth. You have made summer and winter.
Remember this, O Lord, how the enemy scoffs, and the foolish people reviles your name. Do not deliver the soul of your dove to the wild beasts. Do not forget the life of your poor forever.
Have regard for the covenant, for the dark places of the land are full of the habitations of violence. Let not the downtrodden turn back in shame. Let the poor and needy praise your name.
Arise, O God, defend your cause. Remember how the foolish scoff at you all the day. I just remember the Rabshakeh. Remember that in 2 Kings 18, taunting Hezekiah and his whole army. And they said, just be quiet, just remember. But that's how the foolish scoff at you all the day. Do not forget the clamor of your foes, the uproar of those who rise against you, which goes up continually. Yep. So Psalm 74, I think it'd be helpful just to remember the sanctuary. again, like the sanctuary is burned.
And destroyed. And I think, remember us, we remember you.
Yeah, that's good. I think they feel cast off forever, verse 1, because the sanctuary is burned, and just even the pleading of verse 42, arise and defend your cause. Right? Remember us. There we go. Okay, we will see you tomorrow in the book of Acts. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.